In chapter 2822, the scene shifts to the Queen family's old house, where a gathering of relatives takes place. The hall is filled with the extended Queen family members, all eager to discuss their recent revelations about Hayden. Donald and Mrs. Queen are present, welcoming their relatives and ensuring everyone is comfortable with refreshments. The atmosphere is buzzing with curiosity and disbelief as the family grapples with the news that Hayden, long assumed to be a man, is actually a woman. The relatives, particularly Donald's cousins, are in disbelief. One cousin directly questions Donald, recalling the announcement of twins when Hayden and you were born. Donald clarifies that they never explicitly stated they had twins. It was an assumption made by others. In reality, Hayden and you are a boy and a girl. He explains that Hayden's birth certificate and household registration have always identified her as a girl. However, from a young age, she preferred dressing and being addressed as a boy. She insisted on being called the eldest young master, a title traditionally reserved for the male heir. Donald and Mrs. Queen initially corrected Hayden, but she was adamant about her chosen identity. They eventually acquiesced, finding her preferences more convenient and less troublesome. Over the years, even the household staff believed Hayden to be a boy, given her attire and demeanor. This charade continued for over 2 decades until she fell in love with Kevin, prompting her to reconsider her identity. The relatives are taken aback by the Queen parents' acceptance and support of Hayden's wishes. They had never encountered parents who allowed their child such freedom to shape their identity, especially to the extent of deceiving everyone for so long. Reflecting on the past, the relatives realized that Donald and Mrs. Queen never explicitly lied. They simply didn't correct the widespread assumption about having twins. He addresses the gathering, asserting that her gender should not matter to anyone outside the immediate family. He emphasizes that the Queen enterprise remains within the family and under competent leadership. Hayden, whether perceived as a son or a daughter, has proven more capable and promising than her brother. He reassures everyone that the company's operations and their roles within it remain unaffected by Hayden's true identity. He stresses that her abilities and achievements should be the focus, not her gender. He explains that the decision to let Hayden present as a male was pragmatic. It avoided unnecessary complications and allowed her to navigate the business world more easily. He candidly states that their relatives' opinions on her gender are irrelevant. The Queen family did not rely on anyone else's resources, and their internal decisions did not impact the extended family. Donald's stance is clear. The focus should be on Hayden's competence and the family's unity, rather than societal norms or expectations. As the chapter concludes, it becomes evident that the Queen family values individual choice and practical considerations over societal judgments. Donald's firm, yet calm explanation underscores his confidence in Hayden's capabilities and his commitment to supporting his children in their chosen paths. This gathering, though initially filled with disbelief and curiosity, ultimately reinforces the family's understanding and acceptance of Hayden's identity, setting the stage for a more harmonious future.